Now, if you're a new puppy owner, surely you've heard of the Kong, or maybe its close cousin, the West Paw Toppl. I'm also a big fan of the Licky Mat. Now, these dog toys can all be filled or smeared with all kinds of yummy treats and food that will engage your dog and help him settle down, maybe for a nap, or at least give you a few minutes of peace while you eat dinner or take a work call. The options of what to put inside or spread on these items are endless, but let me save you some time and give you a few of the favorites from my dogs and those of my students. Just to warn you, this video will make you hungry. Michelle here with How to Train a Dream Dog. Okay, so first let's talk about these three products here. They are all great for the licking behavior that dogs love to do. Licking isn't just something they love, it's actually great for doggy brains. Licking actually lowers the heart rate and the stress level and is an excellent activity before nap. It's actually one of the cool down activities we recommend before your dog goes in their crate. Now, if you're leaving the house, we do recommend that your dog finish the licking before they go in the crate. Although these toys are very safe, it's always better not to leave anything in the crate if you can't be there to supervise. So maybe a little Kong or a Licky Mat time outside of the crate, but inside the pen would be a good option. Now, I have a lot of experience with dogs and I specialize in puppies, and I found that not all puppies can do the Kong. Some of them find it too hard, or the food gets kind of pushed in and down pretty deep and it's hard to get at, and that makes them frustrated. So if your dog is experiencing that, you might want to get a either bigger Kong or use a different product like a West Paw Toppl. It's much more open and easier for the pups to get the good stuff out. If you put two West Paw Toppls together, that makes it an even more interesting treat dispensing toy. So that's a nice option, but might be better for a slightly older dog. Kongs come in a variety of hardness options. The pink and the light blue ones are good for puppy teeth because it's a little softer. Now, if you see any chunks coming off or permanent bite marks, it's time to switch to the red one. And if you have a super chewer, like my Harper, the black ones are best. Also, they make a purple Kong for senior dogs. And we just heard about a new Kong product that's blue, which is the strongest kind of rubber, and apparently it shows up on x-rays. We haven't had a chance to test that one out. So as for which of these products to buy, I actually recommend you have all of them on hand. Now, you're probably gonna wanna keep one in the freezer for any time you might need it. Speaking of the freezer, we do recommend that you freeze or refrigerate the toy with the food in it. It makes it last longer. Now, some puppies have a hard time with the fully frozen food because it takes a long time to consume. That's a good thing if your puppy is patient, but that's not usually how we describe puppies. So sometimes partially frozen or even just refrigerated is a better idea. And remember that even at different temperatures, it is more novel for your dog. So mix it up a bit and see what he likes. Okay, now let's dive into the food. What should you put in these things? Well, you can always start with your dog's kibble. One idea is to crush it into fine pieces, either with a food processor or a blender. Then add some warm water or pet-safe bone broth to make it more of a paste, and spread it on the mat or put it in the Kong or the West Paw Toppl. This has an added benefit of not overfilling your dog with treats, but still giving him something new and different to lick. They make different kinds of pet bone broths, or you can even try goat's milk. Get these items at the pet store because the grocery store products often have added foods or ingredients that are not safe for dogs, like onion and garlic. Now, if your dog eats some wet food, that's also a perfect thing for a Kong or a Licky Mat. The soft food makes it easy to spread. And if you need a little more liquid, just add some hot water or that bone broth. Pro tip, if you get a bag of the bone broth that is a little bit more than you need, pour the extra into the ice cube trays and just take out a cube or two at a time when you need it. Now, this also works well if you've created some sort of moist doggy treat and you have a little too much of it. Check out this creative way one of my students used yogurt, blueberries, and bananas for a treat. Now, the little toy-shaped cubes are so extra. I absolutely love it. All right, what else can we put in these fillable dog toys? Here are some of the favorites from my students. Now Nicole made this treat for her pup, Stella. Nicole gave it to her so she could get a quick workout in on the bike. It kept her distracted and helped make a positive association with the bike. It's peanut butter with mashed banana, applesauce and blueberries, plain yogurt with raspberries, and pumpkin, and even some more mashed banana too. Sam and Simone created this one for Oakley, which they'll put in the freezer for him for a later time. It contains plain yogurt, no sugar added, blueberries, peanut butter, banana, and apples. Oh man, Oakley has a better snack than I do. All right, look at all these other culinary delights that Oakley gets. They're filled with blueberries, sweet potatoes, coconut oil, banana, and peanut butter. Now, Simone says Oakley gets one of these every night as a cool down exercise while we're busy finishing up dinner or watching TV. And he regularly sleeps from about 9:30 to 7 when we help him relax in the evening. Pickles loves peanut butter and banana on his licky mat. Oh, same Pickles, same. Here are a few other foods that I recommend. Number 1, homemade baby food. Try things like green beans, pears, and plums, but please check the label if you buy it from the store. Sometimes they add onion or garlic to baby food, especially in the meats. So make sure all the ingredients are safe for dogs. Another reason I like baby food is that it usually has no added sugar or sodium, especially if it's homemade. Number 2, try different vegetables for your dog. So include carrots or celery, broccoli, and even cauliflower. Now, your dog might like it in a little bit more of a mush if you steam it, or you can try it frozen. Be creative. Remember, different textures are perfect for helping your dog experience novelty and gain confidence with new things. Number 3, try a few things from the dairy aisle. This includes plain yogurt, cottage cheese, or even cream cheese. Use a high-fat food sparingly though, a little goes a long way. Now, one of my students smears a tiny bit of cream cheese on the top of a Kong to encourage her pup to get started. Now, once he's licking the cream cheese off, he just keeps going on the healthy kibble. Number 4, dogs are carnivores, so of course they like meat. Turkey, chicken, ground beef, they're all so tasty. Just don't add anything more to season it, not even salt. And if you boil the chicken, save the water as a way to season the kibble that you might turn into a mush. Now, before I continue with these tasty ideas for your pup's Kong or West Paw Toppl, you might be surprised to discover we work hard to put our content out regularly for all of you. So if you want to show us some love, please subscribe to the channel. You can share the video with a friend or give the team a super thanks. We love working hard for you, and we love knowing that you appreciate it too. Now, let's get back to the tasty stuff. Number 5. Now, you can also try eggs. A scrambled egg might be just the thing to mix into some kibble with a little water for the moistness, or throw it on top of a West Paw Toppl. Number 6, frozen vegetables also work great, and peas can be an excellent treat that's healthy for your dog too. You can also try cut up carrots and celery. Now, your dog's preferences might be different, and they might change over time. Simone, that I mentioned earlier, one of our students who enrolled in the course since before Oakley came home, she had this to say on Oakley's taste preferences. Something I have learned is that our puppies' palates change. As a young pup, Oakley would spit out blueberries. Now he can't get enough. A month ago, he didn't want peanut butter. Now he loves it again. And apples? They're his new high-value food. Great advice, Simone. Kongs and West Paw Toppls and even licky mats are so good to keep your puppy busy so that you can get a few things done. But sometimes we want to look at their day in a slightly wider lens. We want to see if we have the right combination of activities that are going to help them settle down for a nap or relax in their crate while you're busy. In addition to Kongs, you might be tempted to load up your puppy with physical exercise to get him nice and tired so you can get some work done. Well, not so fast. There's a lot more to meeting a dog's needs than just exercise and endless Kongs. In fact, you could be making it a lot harder on yourself if you create a super athlete or a chubby couch potato. So in addition to these Kongs and West Paw Toppl ideas, I want you to look at this video to learn how you can give your dog some great activities that will help him settle nicely for a nap. And puppies need a lot of naps, so you should be able to get a lot done while your puppy snoozes. Finding the right balance of the day so that your puppy gets all of his needs met and you keep your sanity is a little bit of a challenge, but it's worth the effort. And if you need any extra help with any of that, you know where to find me. Now, I don't know about you, but all this talk of food has made me hungry, so I'm gonna head out and get a tasty snack. No Kong needed for me, but maybe Pickles, who's down here with me, will enjoy one while I eat. In the comments below, share your favorite Kong fillers. Maybe I missed a few good ones.